What's going on, guys? Blame Truth here, the Godfather himself, bringing you another video. And I'm tired, guys. I'm tired. I've been up since about 9 a.m. EST. It's now 3 p.m. Just browsing Reddit and Twitter, just watching the negativity and watching the disappointment kind of just gradually come in like the tide on a beach. And I'm tired. I'm tired because I feel how tired you guys are too. I want to go over what they broke. This is like, man, this has got to be what? How many times have I done this? I've made at least a dozen videos saying, "Hey, Treyarch, Infinity Ward, or Sledgehammer broke the game with this new update," and wouldn't you know it? Wouldn't you know it? Surprise, surprise. It looks like it's happening again. I'll cover that in just a second. We'll go over what they broke. We'll go over shipment. But first, we have a brief word from this video's sponsor. This video is sponsored by Bespoke Post, and it's a monthly membership club delivering outstanding boxes of top-shelf goods from under-the-radar brands. And the best part is it's free to join. Bespoke Post purchases nearly all of the products in the boxes from small businesses, many of which are based right here in the good old US of A. Every month, they introduce their members to cool new products, outdoor gear, barware, home and kitchen goods, clothing, and more, even live oysters, if you're into that sort of thing. And this is all based on a preference quiz that members fill out. Things are kept fresh from the box lineup, constantly changing every month. And speaking of these boxes, every box has around $70 in retail value, but costs only $49. You'll get a box assigned to you before it's shipped, and you'll get a preview of what comes inside. You can decide to keep it, swap it for a different box, or skip the month entirely for no charge. You only pay for what you want. So the boxes I'm showing off today are ones I handpicked for myself: Terra, Beam, and Slash, and this is what you get in each box. A lot of you guys may not know this, but I'm an avid hiker and camper. No, not a Call of Duty camper, although sometimes I am. But I like to get outside and experience nature, and all the products that I got in these boxes help me do that. The machete from Bare Bones in the Slash box helps me with overgrown trails. There's a lot of those in NC. We have a lot of vegetation. In the Terra box, the knife helps me open bottles of beer by the campfire, as well as just do miscellaneous things where I may need a knife. I mean, I can even dig dirt with it. It's a fantastic multi-tool. I have a bird call for when I want to awaken some birds and piss them off like they piss me off. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of birds, I'm sorry. And the Baselite Grooming Detox Scrub Bar keeps me clean when I'm out in the wilderness. Keeps me from smelling like a Sasquatch, and it's fantastic scent. I love these homemade soaps and stuff like that. And for when it gets dark, I have the Beam, a headlamp that is insanely bright, and it helps me with my night hikes as well. I get that night hiking is dangerous, but I mean, I live for danger, guys. What can I say? I'm a regular James Bond. Guys, I genuinely love Bespoke Post. They have some awesome stuff, and if you want to get 20% off of your first box, just click the link in the description and enter Truth20 at checkout, or just go to bespokepost.com/truth20. Alright guys, so let's go over the positives, I guess, before I get into the negatives. One of the positives is that shipment appears, from what I can tell of me just running through it in a private match, I have not played it yet in like a matchmaking game, but from what I can tell from going through it in a private match, it's the exact same layout as the Call of Duty 4 shipment 15 years ago. The exact same layout. They have continued to mess with the layout. They messed with it in MW 2019. They messed with it in Vanguard. They may have messed with it in World War II, COD World War II. I didn't play that crappy game, so I couldn't tell you. Or I quit playing it by the time that came out. Yeah, COD sucked for a while. Sorry for those that like COD World War II. Game sucked. If I wanted a bunch of pistol grips, I would go to my local pawn shop. But anyway, it appears to be the original shipment, so that's good. Imagine that. Imagine not breaking and not changing the original map. Some people were saying it's bigger. I don't think so. Like, it looks the exact same. Like, if we compare these images here, this is the COD 4 shipment, and then you have Modern Warfare 2022 shipment. It's the exact same. The map orientation's different, but same map. They just ripped it off, which is good. This is one instance where they did a good job, because if you look at MW 2019 shipment, The reason these crates are the way they are is because it gave us protected like little spawn points and little nooks to kind of just catch our breath in. It also prevented line of sight cheese, which the MW 2019 Infinity Ward failed to realize because guess what? They've been eating paste for a while. I know people love to go back and praise the old games, but no, they've been eating paste for quite a while, guys. Since 2019, they've been eating paste, actually. That game sucks too. It just sucks less than this one. Hate to break it to you. Sorry, don't care. MW 2019 shipment sucked. I'm sorry, it did. This one seems like the COD 4 shipment. It looks good. I'm not opposed to it. I'm really not. The thing I am opposed to, though, is everything else they did in this particular update. They did some balance changes, some weapon balance changes. It's fine. They had a really stupid riot shield change. The problem with the riot shield is not the riot shield itself. The problem with the riot shield is running overkill and having it on your back and having like free back protection. It's the most annoying thing. Why is that an option? You know, it's really stupid. Or even people using pistols with a riot shield on their back. Like, it's just annoying. I don't know. It's a dumb design decision. It's been dumb since they introduced it. It continues to be dumb. Instead of fixing that really dumb thing and people, you know, using the riot shield the way it's not intended to be used, they made it so you have to hit someone 3 times with the riot shield to get a kill now. It's just completely tone deaf. I don't know what to tell you. It's a tone deaf, dumbass decision. Like, it's so stupid. Nobody complained about how many hits it took to kill with the riot shield. Nobody did. They did some other stuff, like they made it harder to get some throwing knife kills with it, and I guess that's fine, whatever. They changed the AK-545. It's not even the AK-545, it's the KSTL-545, but whatever. It's a freaking AK, whatever, dude. It doesn't matter. So, let's get into the not so positive changes. Like the riot shield change, I could maybe see how some of those changes are positives. Maybe. It's kind of tone deaf. It's kind of stupid. But it is what it is. Let's get into... Oh, one more positive thing. Ally visibility. They changed it so that ally nameplates disappear when an enemy is in direct path of an ally to prevent mistaking enemies for allies. That's a good change, okay? It probably should have been there like at the start, but whatever. Now let's get into the negative. Let's first cover this tweet from Charlie Intel. They say, it is a bit alarming. There's quite a few issues after yesterday's update, and we have had no communication from Activision on if they are aware of any of them so far. The fact they were not aware of bugs like the ultimate perk not working makes this very concerning, says COD Intel. Here's the thing, Charlie. No, it's not alarming. It's not. No, it may have been alarming 3 years ago. You know, may have been alarming then, but not now. No, I'm actually used to this. I'm more surprised at the stuff they don't break. I'm more surprised when we actually get like a good change. I expect them to completely butcher and break the game. Not just this game, but Warzone. I mean, I'm going to get into Warzone in a bit. Warzone, if you play Warzone or DMZ, you're not going to like this new update, is all I'm going to say. If you play COD multiplayer, you might like it. I mean, shipment is good, but there's a lot wrong. I mean, actually, no, you won't like it. You won't like it. All right, let's get into more negative stuff here. Like, this is just... I have so many screenshots. I've been busy all morning just looking up stuff to show you guys. So first and foremost, this guy says, this is the punchline blueprint you get as a reward from completing the veteran difficulty raid. It has Kyle Garrett Gaz's name on it. Look at this blueprint. Look at it. Get real close into it. Get right up in there and then feast your retinas upon this blueprint. Oh, yeah. Guess what? It looks like complete shit. I'm not even going to yell. It's not worth me yelling about. I've lost the energy to even yell at this game. This game does not deserve my yells. We'll get there eventually, but we're not quite there yet. I still need to work up the vitriol and the hatred to actually yell at this game. Well, let's cover the next bug, though. Let's cover the next issue. This is a big one. This is probably the biggest one. No, we don't know why classes or camos are reset, and no, we have no info on any fix, says Charlie Intel. Do you know what that's in reference to, viewer? That's in reference to Infinity Ward erasing your custom classes and also erasing your camo unlock progress. Some people are saying it's a visual bug, and some of it probably is. However, some people are saying, no, their shit won't progress. It just won't progress. So if you were working on camos, unlocking camos, the only thing to actually work towards in this awful purgatory-like game, then I'm sorry, but if you came across this glitch, you're screwed. Nobody's talking to anybody. Activision and Infinity Ward are silent. They push out these updates without testing a single thing. We are left to flounder until they hopefully fix it. Same old, same old. You should be used to it by now. You don't like it? You don't like it? Well, sorry, deal with it. The next issue. This is something that's infuriated me since I have played the game. Thanks for the F-Shack on Reddit says, is anybody else still having issues where you can't edit your loadout while searching for a lobby if you are joined on somebody else? That shit drives me up the wall. Big Boar Small Peepee says, been like that since day one when I bought MW2. Can't believe it's still happening. They made it harder, I'm not making this up, they made it harder to mute people. I love the mute all feature. That was one of the best things about the UI, actually. Just hitting one button and muting the people playing Nelly and mouth breathing into their mic. It's a great feature. They broke it. Yeah, on Reddit here, following up where it says, they made it harder to mute all players in a lobby. Why? Why do I have to click multiple buttons? Bring back the mute all button for the love of God. Yeah, I'm sorry. You just got to deal with it. Oh, yeah, how about this? This person says, who thought the camo selection screen needed to be brighter? Infinity Ward did. They also changed the camos, but didn't mention it in the update. It doesn't cover all of the gun now. Like, they literally nerfed the camos. The only thing to go for in this game, they nerfed it. It doesn't cover all the gun now. I think gold still does and platinum. But those are the camos that don't need to cover all the gun, because an AK with a wooden handle and then, like, the golden body looks way better. But what do I know? I'm just the guy who's been playing COD since COD 4, who has a 400,000 subscriber YouTube channel, who probably has more combined Call of Duty playtime than the entire 3,000 dev team that worked on this god-awful game! There's the yell. There, it's coming out. Okay, let's keep going here. Early Intel says there is also another bug in the game where you can create and save custom blueprints in private matches, and those become available to use in public loadouts. Fun. Ghost of Hope says, wow, another past MW 2019 bug resurfacing in MW2. It's almost like they copied and pasted that game. Imagine that. It's almost like it's the same goddamn game, but worse. Imagine that. Imagine that, viewer. Imagine paying $70 for a worse version of a game that was released 3 years ago that they screwed up continually by putting 3,000 ne'er-do-well moron bots, walking, living, breathing NPCs, coded this god-forsaken shit heap of a game. Okay, there's that. Let's keep going. Let's keep going here. Let's get into some Warzone stuff. Actually, like we got a lot to cover. So JD says, do you devs even test or play the game? He says, I'm sorry I've been as positive as possible with the new Warzone and I still play and enjoy the game, but this is just ridiculous. Of all the things you could have fixed, you decided to F around with something no one asked for, random buys and less of them. I just don't get how no one at the company thought this might be a bad idea. Did none of you play a game in which there was no buy stations left on the map in the third, fourth circle, for God's sake? Or you did and you thought this was fine and normal, or played a game where you had 7 squads camping on the only buy in a 32-kilometer radius. Furthermore, do all of you just enjoy gaming deaf? First ever FPS game I've played where someone can sneak up behind me, run, jump, shoot at me, and I have 0 audio cues. No one thought to fix that? Nope. So, I mean, the sound design's still bugged. Oh, but don't worry, guys. We have Rocket League. Oh, not just Rocket League, but really bad Rocket League. Let's read this thread. Thanks, IW. We asked for hardcore, and you gave us Rocket League. Just another failure from a once great company. First, you remove hardcore for this tier 1 BS, which is basically core without a HUD. Now you add a COD version of Rocket League, which no one is going to play. This game is an embarrassment with the amount of terrible choices that were made in making the game. I'm not going to list all the mistakes because they have been listed before, and I don't have all day to write a novel on them all. The man's too tired to even list the bugs again because they're not going to read it or fix it anyway, so who cares, right? I support you, brother, and I'm very sorry. that, you've lost the will to even complain. Let's keep covering these threads where people are just against Infinity Ward, though. Infinity Ward is a joke. 3 years, 3 long-ass years to develop this game. You had the blueprint for everything that made Warzone 1 fun, yet you threw everything out the window. You don't even know what you want your game to be. A tactical shooter, an arcade shooter, Rocket League, yet you still managed to do them all poorly. The UI is still shit, the looting system is still garbage, my game still crashes, numerous glitches and bugs are not patched. Better yet, buy stations are almost non-existent after this update. This game is a dumpster fire. What the F were they working on for 3 years? Bundles, I suppose. The fact that they took out the buy stations when people were complaining that there weren't enough. I mean, it's just, I don't even play Warzone. But, like, I would already be done with the game. I would have been done with the crashes, honestly, especially if I played on PC. What a mess. Just an absolute mess. Another thread from Smith May. Above all, the lack of communication from the devs, along with stealth changes to certain things, is one of the most frustrating aspects of the current state of the game. Why is it that key changes are being made without any mention in the patch notes? I don't know a single person that wanted less buy stations in the game, and yet suddenly that change is silently made, leaving us to wonder if it's a bug or intentional. It seems the AI in DMZ has been buffed and the amount increased. Again, no comment on this, so is it a bug or intentional? Yeah, they did that too. So if you play DMZ, you're still not safe. Why is there no commentary or explanation regarding why some changes are or are not being made? I understand there is division among the community on certain issues, TTK movement perhaps being foremost, but it would go a long way to help us understand what the intention is if there was some dialogue with the community, even if it's to explain that the developers don't wish to implement commonly requested changes for XYZ reasons. Guys, I'll be honest with you. I said I was going to play one match of Shipment and then just be done. I legitimately have no desire to even touch this game. I never thought it would get to this point. I'm actually done with this game before I was done with Vanguard. I truthfully thought at the very least this wouldn't be as bad as Vanguard, but here we are. I got my, fun out with Shoot House. That was the one fun map. Reverse boosting on Shoot House is pretty fun. I have nothing really I want to work for in this game because there's nothing to work for. There's a really bad blueprint I can get for completing a veteran raid mission, but then I gotta find 2 people to actually play the game with. None of my friends play this game. I have one friend who plays DMZ with me. She's tapped out. I have one friend who plays multiplayer with me. He's tapped out. I have one friend who wants to play multiplayer with me. He hasn't played in 2 weeks. I think he's gonna play today, actually. We hung out yesterday. I think he's gonna play today. But, like, that's it. This is an embarrassment, and I tried to tell you. In fact, I kind of want to ask for an apology. Every single person that said, wait till the game comes out and see that it's going to be bad, I don't have to. With management this bad, with devs this incompetent, I don't have to wait. I've seen what they are capable of or not capable of the past 3 years. I don't need to see anything else. I will gladly admit when I'm wrong when they make a good game that satisfies the majority of the player base. Until then, kiss my ass. Oh, I'm gonna go just take a shot of whiskey. I got some scotch. I'm gonna dive into some monkey shoulder. Guys, this is rough. I'm just defeated. It's December 15th and I'm done. Like, I'm just defeated. I'm out. I'm out of stuff. I'm out of passion. They really know how to kill a Call of Duty player's passion, let me tell you. Maybe that's what they should actually do. Maybe that's what they're trying to do under the table. Maybe they want Call of Duty to fail. I don't know, man. But, guys, I hope you enjoy. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Ring that notification bell. Leave a comment below with your thoughts. I want to suplex Joe Secott through a remote control to a 1980 Toshiba Tube TV. Peace out.
I appreciate it, Nick. I'm sorry if I'm a little fucking snippy. I'm hurt and I'm old and I'm fucking tired and I work with fucking children.